Dear colleagues, let me in brief describe you about the program scheme of your program, what and how many courses you should study, and something about the practical trainings in your first term and the next one as well. So first, I would like to present you the program scheme of your education. We have a master's degree program that has two semesters or terms, and you have to gain 90 credits for a basic program. And of course, because we are from different educational spheres, you have to study and each semester one more auditory course. So you have 30 plus 3 per term auditory courses, and of course you have extracurricular learning forms that are 5 courses uh, by 3 credits or 15 credits per semester from extracurricular learning forms. First semester you have 15 credits for the extracurricular forms, and the second one, the third one, you have master's practice that is also 15 credits. All of them I will describe in brief, and of course for this term you will have the basic requirements and expectations from our lecturers. Of course, they will send you emails, they will inform you, and you will have Moodle tasks to do. The next slide is our official standard for course and program of NBU. I can show you the link. It is only in Bulgarian, so here it's cited. The things and the thesis that I'm going to describe in the following slides. So we have to describe what are the objectives, the content, and the venue of the training and extracurricular courses. First of all, the basic information for all of them states that the purpose of this training and extracurricular courses is the acquired in the classroom courses knowledge and skills, which should be applied in independent way or in group solving of practical tasks for exercising a certain profession in a real work environment. Because we are far away from the New Bulgarian University, as you well know, we have a speech and therapy center that is always useful when we work with our students. But each of you should find for the third term a kind of place where she or he has to prove that he has a regular internship. And if you were here in Bulgaria, you will be able to visit our center to work with our therapists and patients, but now you're not able. So in all of the courses that are extracurricular, we will try to have tasks, virtual classroom meetings, of course in Zoom, and cases that you should solve. You can even have recordings with a description, and you will have to do something as a task. You will have an explanation, you will have classrooms for communication and discussions with the lecturer, and all of them I think you are familiar with or you will become with, because if they're not your lecturers now, they will be in the next term. The practice, first I will define the 3 or 4 things that we have in our university as extracurricular courses. You have practice that includes clinical work or clinical practice under supervision. This is performance of a set of activities for accomplishing professional tasks under the guidance of our kind of teacher, lecturer, therapist, and any kind of expert. The practice can be field research, laboratory work, empirical research, experiment, hospice work, etc. It depends on the program. This is a general definition of the practice in New Bulgarian University. It is held in our specialized halls and in the teaching and practical research units of NBU, New Bulgarian University, or in an external center. For the speech and language master's degree program, we have lots of contracts with kindergartens, with other therapy centers, but as you well know, you're not in Bulgaria. For example, for the Cyprus students, we have our contact person, that is Dr. Konstantinos Hadjitomas, who has a center in Nicosia, Cyprus, and it helps our students to have their practice there. For the Turkish students, I will ask Uzgur, we will discuss this, and he will tell me what will be the way to prove your practical work. The internship, this is the basic study of your education in practical mode, is again a under clinical practice under supervision, again independent of the professional tasks in real conditions of practicing a profession. The internship is conducted in an external institution, or again in our research units, or in the administration of NBU. This depends on the program that the students study, and it lasts from 4 to 6 weeks and ends with a detailed report on the work performed, which is presented to a committee. We have such document. I will attach it in your third term. It's not for this term or the next one. On September, you will have it in your model course. So we have also project, that is something I think good described, individual teamwork of students to solve a problem of research or of applied nature under the supervision of a teacher, which ends with a written text or work, and a seminar, that is discussion of previously prepared by students' work. We have two seminars. You would not have tasks before the seminar. You will have tasks after the seminars. So, but each lecture will send you an email with detailed requirements, and you will have them also uploaded in Moodle. So don't worry, it's something for you, for your best, let's say, academic practical education. You will see that it's very useful. In order to be aligned, let's say, with the European and international standardization organs in the speech and language therapy practice, we have practical training. It is only hours. It doesn't bring you any kind of credits, but it is very useful. You have two of them. It is not paid, it's free of charge, but you should pass it. You should have a practical result, something that you have submitted in Moodle. So your first practical training is called Speech and Language Assessment and Therapy Trends in Children and Adults with Communication Disorders. This is a kind of general practice that if we, again, I say, and I will repeat it, I'm sorry, if you're in Bulgaria, you will work with our speech therapists, but you're in Turkey, and in Cyprus. So you're not able to do it with us, but here you will have extra seminars with PhD, our newly approved and accepted PhD students, and you will have a precise schedule for them. With in May and June, you will have dates that you have to be online and to listen these seminars. So everything is clear here. You have lots of seminars in this practical training. Actually, they will present their work, what they do, their practice, their patients, their tasks. It will be very interesting for you, especially for Mr. Uzgur, who is going also, I hope, to be our PhD student. The other training courses that are extracurricular, but they are with credits. The first one is seminar case study, where I'm the titular lecturer, but you will have seminar on the 13th of May at 5:30 p.m. with our guest lecturer, speech therapist Nina Yurdunova, who has a private center. We have a contract with her. She is our lecturer. You will maybe meet her in the next 2 terms, I hope. And she's expert with over 30 years practice. So for REHM 156, you have a seminar and meeting. One meeting with some tasks that you have to do. The next one is practice with Tsveta Kamensky, again your future lecturer. You will meet her. And she will in REHM 158 practice for therapeutic practice in children with language disorders and articulation disorders. You will have virtual classrooms. I suppose you will have audio video uploaded records of patients or cases. You will have some tasks and meetings for discussion with her. So everything is clear. You will have it in Moodle, and you will have lectures at the end of this term with her, so you will know what to do. The next one is again with me. It is you will have here task, and when I upload it, I will email you what I want from you, what you should do, where to upload your already done things, and it's easy. It is a kind of practice that would be for your that is preparing you for our next course, that is computer applications in speech and language therapy. So here we will start. I will have one seminar and virtual classroom work with you. Then you will have task, and again submit it in Moodle, your course project. Everything is clear here, I hope. The next one again with me is the practice is always something that uh, it's harder to develop, but I have lots of with you. So you have development of specific therapeutic material for the treatment of articulation disorders. So here you have recorded, previously recorded patients, task, and meeting with me, and I hope with speech therapist also, a colleague from the center. The last two are with Associate Professor Roman Petrov. He's going to be your lecturer in the next term, but here you will meet him with these two extracurricular courses. And he will give you short instructions, tasks, and everything in Moodle will be uploaded, as well as VCR, virtual classroom again. I think in Zoom we will do it. We will organize it, don't worry. The last thing, all the students have an internship in the third semester. It is very important. I hope that you understand it. So until September, you have to arrange your internships where you will do them, where you will visit a kind of, you can be online, of course. Telepractice is something that we are going to discuss tomorrow and the next day. So telepracticing is something very important. You can join a telepractice of a familiar of you speech therapist, and of course we will admit this. So you have application form that I will send you on your emails. You have deadlines, you have schedule. Here you will see it. You have to describe each session with date and hours, and you will have a kind of requests for preparation of therapeutic plans for the specific patients that you have described, you have followed, you have worked with under the supervision of your speech therapist in Turkey or in Cyprus. So this is very important, but it's for the third semester. That would be in the autumn, in September, October, in the education year 21-22. So this is from me. Thank you for the attention. If you have any additional questions, I have two emails, polinamihova@gmail.com with double L, and pamihova nbu.bg, my telephone number, and my Facebook, but it is written in Bulgarian, Polina Mihova, but you can find me easy through the Osgur friends. Thank you for the attention. Thank you for everything.